I've lived through waves of this before. And I know that with the big march that happened at the weekend and the cases like that shocking Sikh woman in Oldbury that you just showed there, minoritized communities are feeling victimized, targeted, vulnerable. I feel, yes, at the moment, we've had a long, hot summer of protests. We've seen the stuff in Epping. And, yeah, it is a moment.
I mean, is it as bad as it... you were too young at the time, but, I mean, there were some really bad moments, you know, in the 50s and 60s and 70s. Do you think we're getting back to that?
I mean, look, I'd like to think... I don't want to be dramatic about this, but in general... I think what I'm hearing is people saying, constituents and other peers, that they're being reminded of the 70s. And again, I'm old enough to remember names like Blair Peach, Rohit Duggal, Alto Bali. There were, and I guess South Asians. So we have seen obviously progress from earlier decades. The word South Asian wasn't in currency then. I think people recognise the differences between. But I mean, there are genuine grievances people have. There are genuine frustrations with the system, and we heard those in the report too. But there's also people who seek to fan the flames of frustration and sow those into division.
But was it helpful for the Prime Minister to talk about an island of strangers, as he did recently in his speech? Was it helpful for him to wait quite a long time before he condemned the march on Saturday?
I think it all happened at the weekend, so on Saturday it happened by Sunday.
But island of strangers?
Strong condemnation.
Island of strangers?
I mean, look, I think it's being used out of context, some of those words. I think it was something like, we don't want to end up as...
Well, he regretted saying it later.
He did, yes.
But he should never have said it.
Anyway, that's done now. But he came out with a very strong article. It was on the cover of The Guardian on Monday, saying people shouldn't hijack our flag. We're a community, we're a country that's built ourselves on tolerance and diversity. And the Union Jack, you know, we've tried to reclaim that, and people who exploit our flag have no place to do.
So what more should he do? What more should the government do in order to kind of articulate the reality of this country, which is that whether you like it or not, we are a multicultural society?
Yeah, I mean, look, we've taken over a situation after 14 years of Conservative misrule and underfunding, so things are being done. So, for example, there's going to be a working definition. They're looking into Islamophobia, as we have with anti-Semitism.
You can't blame that on the Tories, can you?
There's going to be protection for places of worship. So, you know, when you hear of Islamophobia, what does that translate into? Pigs' heads being left on mosque doorsteps, women having their hijabs ripped off on the bus.
But is it about a bigger vision that this government could articulate about what this country is?
Yeah, I mean, I think Keir Starmer clearly stated that in the article, that, you know, we're not about that. And I know he said it to the Parliamentary Labour Party as well. It's sad that was behind closed doors, that the general public didn't hear it enough. But, of course, our country's benefited from waves and waves of migration. The French Huguenots, the Irish, the Windrush generation we just had in that report. And we're stronger for it. I remember reading in Smash Hits an interview with Billy Bragg, and he said, of course, immigration's good, because without it, everything would close at 5:30 and we'd have to eat in English restaurants. We've been enriched, and, yeah, maybe we don't say it enough. I think he said it clearly in that article, and we should be saying it more.
We could go on for much longer. It's an important subject. Dr. Rupa, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.